time, there was a lovely young lady who had long golden curls and a pretty little mouth that reminded people of a pink butterfly. She lived in London, and her father was a very fine lawyer.
I think I know her. You don't know any such thing. Go on, Wendy. Tell us more.
One day, an invitation came to the lovely young lady's house.
Was it to a party? It was to a fancy dress ball, I think.
You are both right, of course, because a fancy dress ball is a party.
There you see. A party could have just meant a silly little birthday party for a child.
John, Michael, stop arguing, or Mother will come in, and that will be the end of the story.
It will be all John's fault.
Michael!
Well, it will. Oh, go on with it, Wendy. Did the beautiful young lady go to the ball?
She did, and all the men adored her. She danced every dance. 3 men asked to escort her home. One was a judge, one was a member of the parliament, and one was a dashing actor, appearing in a new play.
Which did she choose?
She didn't choose any of them.
Then who escorted her home?
While the judge, the parliament member, and the actor were all arguing over who to escort the beautiful young lady home, a banker named George Darling hailed a handsome carriage and slipped in beside the lovely young lady. By the time they arrived at her house, they fell madly in love.
Did they get married? Of course they did, silly.
They married, and they had 3 descendants. The oldest was Wendy.
And then came John. Last but not least, Michael.
And we mustn't forget Nana.
Our dear sweet nurse. Someone's coming.
You still awake, Nana? And are your charges all sleeping quietly? I thought I heard voices. Shh. You mustn't wake the children. They had a very busy day today and were terribly wound up after dinner. I was afraid they weren't going to sleep at all. And what is this? Do you know this young creature? It says the boy who never grew up. He looks vaguely familiar.
That's because he says he's met you, Mother.
Wendy, are you still awake?
So are we. Blabbermouth. Now we'll have cold porridge for breakfast.
You'll have no such thing. But do, tell me who this is.
His name is Peter Pan.
Peter Pan?
And he lives in Neverland, where there are pirates and wild things. And they fight all the time and have the most wonderful battles.
Wendy, what have you been telling your brothers? A little imagination goes a long way with young boys.
Oh, I'm not making it up, Mother.
Peter stops by every so often.
Have you seen him?
Well, no, but Wendy has. Haven't you, Wendy?
Of course. He stops by ever so often just to check on us. Actually, he wants us to come play. But I have to tell him no.
How does this Peter Pan get in? He doesn't use the front door like a proper young man?
He flies through the window.
Oh, I see. Why haven't we been told about an intruder?
I didn't think you'd believe me.
A few too many sweets tonight, I'm afraid.
But he's real, isn't he, Wendy?
Oh, he's as real as any of us.
And someday I'm gonna go battle with him. Don't forget me. I can wield a bigger sword than you.
You'll have to leave the battles till morning. Right now, snuggle under your covers and close your eyes. That's right, my babies. Close your eyes and sleep. And Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up, I hope you're safely tucked in where your mother can keep an eye on you. Whatever is that?
That's not a whatever. It's a who.
How did you get up here?
I flew, of course. I mean, you're 3 stories up.
Oh dear, I must have had too many sweets.
Tink says you better sit down. You look a little pale.
And who is Tink?
Tinkerbell, my faithful little companion. I like you too, Tink.
Just what is it you want, young man?
I'm no man, young or old. I'm a boy, just a boy. You see, I have all of my first teeth, and I shall be a boy forever and ever and ever.
The boy who never grew up.
Tink, no!
Stop it, Nana. It's all right. It's all right.
Down, girl, down, or I'll have to send an arrow into your heart.
You wouldn't dare.
And just why wouldn't I?
Nana wouldn't hurt a fly.
Why'd you see that? She's got my shadow. Give it back. Give it right back.
You'd best be on your way.
But I want my shadow back. I'll be back for it. I will.
No, boy, you'll fall.
What is it, Mother? Why is Nana barking?
Oh, why, a bird just lost its way and flew through the window.
Was it a beautiful bird?
Yes, yes, very beautiful. But it's gone now, so go back to sleep.
Your turn! I'm too big for all that. Nana knows I've washed behind my ears. Oh, go on. Only another bath if you keep that up.
Oh, you should see Mother and Father. They look like they belong on the top of a wedding cake.
I wish I could go to a party. You wouldn't like it at all, you silly goose. It would be all...
Good evening, and how are you tonight, Lady Carmichael? Oh, hi, Lord Osprey. I'm flattered you remembered my name. I am very well indeed.
Looks like baby practicing to take over for you tonight, Miss Darling. Oh, they're welcome to it. I don't really want to go tonight.
Why not, Mother?
Oh, I don't know why. Just a funny feeling I have. But it's for Father's business, and that comes first.
Don't you worry, Miss Darling. Nana and I shall see to the children.
And,
Oh, I know that.
and we aren't going anywhere.
Except to bed.
You won't even go find Pirates or Ralphin.
Oh, gracious. No, we wouldn't want that.
Mother, the carriage is waiting.
I must say goodnight, my darlings.
We are that indeed, Mrs. Darling.
Wendy, take care of your brothers.
Of course I shall.
And John, keep an eye out for Michael.
Must I?
Yes. And Michael, obey your sister.
I won't, of course.
Then you'll have Nana to answer to.
Mother, we can't be late.
Take care, my darlings.
And have a wonderful time. Remember what everyone's wearing so you can tell me tomorrow.
And I want to know everything you have to eat.
I've got to finish in the kitchen, so you're in charge, Nana.
You don't want to go to sleep right away, do you, Wendy? It's just dark. We've time for you to tell us another story. Yes, tell us about pirates.
But pirates are so wicked.
That's why I like them. They tie your hands behind your back and make you walk the plank where you drop into the sea and sharks come and have you for supper. Do they really do that, Wendy?
They really do. And sometimes they tie you to a cannonball and stuff you down the cannon and blast you through the sky.
Never seen a pirate do that.
Who's there?
Liza mad. Hush, you big ball of fur.
And just what's going on in here, Nana? Everything looks normal as can be. Now shush, or you're going up to the doghouse.
Did you see him? See who? I didn't see anyone.
Just me.
Nana, stop at this instant.
You don't want to be stuck in the doghouse, do you? There's nothing out there, not a soul.
Oh, Nana, look what you've done.
Do you think you broke any bones?
Takes more than a ball of fur to break Liza, laddie. And that's it, nurse or no nurse. You're going outside. I can't abide by that racket. Come along now. Take your medicine. I warned you good and proper. I know the children are safe as can be in their own beds. Come along, you big brute.
Well, that's a fine how do you do.
And how do you do too?
Who are you?
Just me, Peter Pan.
Just I, you mean.
Me. Who might you be?
Wendy. Moira Angela Darling.
Well, la-di-da.
Have you came to make us walk the plank?
I'm no pirate. I have a few pirates, my greatest enemies.
Where do you live, Peter Pan?
Second star on the right and straight on till morning.
That's a silly address. How will the mailman be able to deliver your letters?
I don't get any letters.
But your mother must get letters.
Don't got a mother, never had one, don't need one. So there.
Who tucks you in at night?
Me, myself, and I.
Who gets you porridge in the morning?
Me, myself, and I.
Who makes you take your medicine when you're sick?
Me, myself, and I.
May I ask you something, Peter Pan?
You certainly are full of questions.
What are you looking for?
My shadow.
And just what would your shadow be doing in this room without you?
That bear you keep here tore it off the other night.
Nana's not a bear. She's just a very big doggy.
I don't care if she's a hippopotamus with 3 eyes. I want my shadow back.
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea where it is.
Who's that?
Tinkerbell. She's a very beautiful fairy. Do you know where my shadow is, Tink? You do? Of course I do. In there.
Is this it? Yes, I think it should do very nicely. I'll sew back on for you, if you like.
I should like that very much.
I dare say this might hurt a bit.
Oh, I won't cry. Peter Pan never cries.
I do say you are brave.
Especially for someone so young.
How old are you?
I won't lie, I am young. But I don't know how young. You see, I ran away the day I was born.
How exciting.
Why would you do that?
Because I heard my father telling my mother what I would become when I grew up to be a man. I did not want to grow up to be a man. I didn't want to grow up, period. I just wanted to stay a boy and have fun. So I ran away to Kensington Gardens. And that's where I met Tinkerbell and all the other fairies.
Where do fairies come from?
You won't tell anyone?
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Then I'll tell you. When the first baby laughed, its laugh broke into 1,000 pieces, and they all went skipping about. And that was the beginning of fairies.
Do you still live with them in Kensington Gardens?
Only most of the time, but most of the time I live with the Lost Boys.
Who are they?
Children who fell out of their baby carriage where nannies is looking the other way. If they're not claimed in 7 days, they are sent to Neverland to defray the cost of keeping them.
Neverland?
But sometimes they get tiresome.
Why?
Because they want me to tell them stories. But I don't know any stories. We don't have anyone to tell us stories.
Wendy can tell stories.
There. Now stand up and see if that suits you.
Why, it's even better than before. You certainly are a very handy person to have a belt, Wendy.
Thank you, Peter. But I believe it's time you get back to your Lost Boys, and these two got some rest.
Can you really tell stories?
Wonderful stories. Stories about the pharaohs of Egypt and the sultans of Arabia. Cinderella and Snow White too.
What's that, Tink? Those stories don't sound stupid at all. I think they sound wonderful.
Tinkerbell doesn't like stories.
She says she only hates stories you tell.
That's not fair. They're splendid stories, really.
Then come with me to Neverland and tell stories to the Lost Boys.
But what about John and Michael?
They can come too. Of course we have room, Tink. There's always room in Neverland.
Can we go, Wendy? Will we meet pirates and wild things?
Of course.
But there won't be any nasty fighting, will there?
No, Tink, there won't be any fighting. There's never any fighting in Neverland.
Well, in that case...
Well, maybe just a little bit.
All right, I'll go.
But what about Mother and Father? Won't they miss us?
You can come back whenever you say. Please, Wendy, come to Neverland. You can be our mother and tell us stories and mend our socks.
I guess I'd better bring my sewing kit.
How do we get to Neverland?
There's only one way. We fly. Tink, sprinkle them with fairy dust. Tink, I'll put your house in the pirate ship if you don't do as I say.
It's wonderful.
I feel so light. But we're 3 stories up.
Don't worry, think happy thoughts and you'll fly like a bird.
I'll think of a beautiful dress and a magnificent golden carriage.
I'll think of my birthday and cake and ice cream and presents. I'm thinking of...
Hurry, Michael. You won't know the way if you don't hurry.
I'm thinking of Christmas and candy and candles.
Look at London. It's a globe.
I've never seen such a beautiful sight. I've never seen it from up here before.
Peter, don't fly so fast.
Sorry, if you lose me, just ask any bird to point the second star on the right and straight on to the morning.
What? Shh! Can't you be quiet?
The twins make noise, even in their sleep. Toodles, you know that.
You didn't have to stop so sudden.
We were watching for pirates behind us.
That's all well and good, but if they're hiding, they sure know we're here now.
Oh, I wish Peter would get home. Where could he have gone to?
He'll be back. He said he had important business to attend to.
But what if the pirates attack?
We'll fight them to death, right?
Till our last breath.
I'll take on 2. No, 3 at a time.
And no one can live after being hit with this.
Oh no! What was that? Pirates!
Oh, let's be laid, oh, you two, a pirate you go. And if we're parted by a shot, we're sure to meet below.
So, where be the young'uns you saw, sweetie?
Oh, well, now, I did see them.
And I...
Smell them.
Aye, they be near here someplace.
Hiding behind bush or branch.
And
what do we do if we find him?
Oh, well, now I suspect we'll leave that up to the captain.
He'll string him up in the yard arm.
Maybe draw and quarter him?
I take that as a real insult. Aye, that hurts darkly. Oh no!
You hear something?
Well, now I do think
They're here, all right.
Come out, wherever you be.
We got a nice big surprise for the likes of you youngins.
Well, now, did you hear that?
Get him, boys!
He'll tell us who the youngins are hiding.
Stop it! Get your hands off me! What are you doing, you idiots?
Captain Hook, we're over here. We got him.
And if you don't get your hands off me, I'll boil your gizzards for my supper.
Oh, well, now, if it isn't Captain Hook.
Yes, it's Captain Hook. And just what are you idiots up to? The Lost Boys are hiding about here someplace.
We thought you'd be one of them.
Do I, Captain James Hook, pirate extraordinaire, look like I'm lost?
Well, for a minute there, we were absolutely not Captain Hook, sir.
But they're close by, sir. The hairs on my nose are twitching. They always twitch when the Lost Boys is near.
Then Peter Pan must be nearby as well. Perhaps this would be a good place to lay an ambush, and I can be rid of that bragging little horsewhip once and for all. But wait, what's that? It's the wild things, sir. They sound like they're on the hunt.
Oh, well, now, maybe they're looking for the Lost Boys, too.
They've been looking for us. We stole some of their furs.
What did you do that for?
Well, sir, the nights be getting cold and our pookies be freezing.
Then we stand and fight. They'll make easy prey for us.
Captain, what's wrong?
Oh dear, it's that crocodile!
No! He sure puts a lot of effort into following you, Captain Hook. He thought my hand was so tasty, he's wanted the rest of me ever since.
Good thing he swallowed that clock. At least that gives you a warning.
What do we do, Captain?
Retreat! Retreat!
Blimey, we better run for it too.
Oh, now, I don't think he's interested in anything but the captain.
What's the matter, you old crock? We ain't good enough for you.
I take that as a real insult.
Say now, what's this?
Wild things! Almost a great shot, great big little panther. Almost, only counting horseshoes, chattering chipmunk. We can catch them, Father. Princess Tiger Lily's right.
We can capture the pirates once and for all.
Rid our island of their shenanigans.
We'll teach them some respect and see how they like it when we take their furs.
A noble cause, but we must be careful.
The Lost Boys are around here. Somewhere.
They might attack at any moment.
That was close.
They're itching for a fight. I hope they didn't hear my teeth chattering.
Or my knees knocking.
Oh gosh! We're safe now.
They've gone the long way around the island.
We can sit back and relax.
Oh, I wish Peter would get home. I really, really do.
Ah! Ah!
Peter, where are you? Oh, you're such a big baby, Curly. We can take care of ourselves.
Still, it's much safer when Peter's here.
Well, he's not. So there.
There what?
Just so there.
Look there! It's Tinkerbell. Where's Peter, Tink?
He's being chased by a huge bird.
You're to shoot down the bird, Toodles.
But Peter doesn't look
Guess you better do it.
Or Peter will be very, very angry.
Look, there's the bird.
That doesn't look like a bird.
Well, that looks like
A lady.
It is a lady.
Tink told me to shoo.
She said it was a bird.
She's the prettiest bird I've ever seen.
I wonder where she's from.
Someplace wonderful.
Greetings, boys. I'm back. Why aren't you cheering? Great news. I brought a mother for you all. Haven't you seen her? She was flying this way.
We saw her, Peter, and Tink said, she said,
I was to shoot her, so I did.
Tink, Tink, where are you? What is the meaning of this? It isn't funny. You know Toodles is the best with a bow and arrow. Now look at Wendy. You wake her up this instant. Now, Tink.
oh, Wendy, we thought you were a goner.
What happened?
He shot you down.
And I'm very, very sorry, ma'am. Well, I should think I'm none the worst of wear. Nothing broken or bruised.
Are you really going to be your mother?
Well, I'm not sure.
Can you bake a cake? Of course she can. Chocolate 4 layers tall.
Can you tell us stories?
The most wonderful stories of adventure and faraway places.
Can you sew up the holes in my stockings?
I brought my sewing kit.
Can you?
Yes?
Tuck us in at night?
I would love to. I guess this means I'm your mother.
Yay!
And we'll show you to our cave.
You live in a cave? Really? Safest place from the pirates and wild things. Smashing! Are there really pirates and wild things? They fought to death right here not 10 minutes ago.
Are you coming, Peter?
I'll be along, Wendy. I wouldn't want to miss one of your stories.
Will I get a sword?
Only the toes get swords.
What about me? What about me?
How about a dagger, nice and sharp?
I should like that very, very much.
Tinkerbell, that wasn't a very nice thing to do. Wendy is so a very nice girl. Of course I don't like her more than you. Unless you do something like that again. Do you hear me, Tink? Do something like that again, and I won't like you at all. And don't sit there pouting. Pouting's for babies.
Well now, they found a mother. What's Hook going to say about that?
All right then, for today's lesson, I thought we were going to have a picnic.
That's why you said we were coming to the lagoon.
I have the basket right here.
Oh, good. I'm ever so hungry.
Did you make sandwiches like last night and the night before that?
They were so delicious. And my stomach is growling so much I can't hear myself think.
But we must finish your lessons before we have fun.
I don't think I like lessons.
Don't be silly, John. You've always loved school.
Have we gone to school?
Of course. A real school with desks and rows and a proper blackboard and a teacher who carried a ruler.
Funny, I can't remember.
I can't imagine he'd be so forgetful. All right then, question 1. What color were your mother's eyes?
What if we don't know the answer?
Just put a check mark. Question 2. Which is taller, mother or father?
song did your mother always sing at bedtime? What did your father always say when he couldn't tie his tie? Let's see what you got. They're all check marks. And you too? Oh, John, you haven't answered a single question.
I can't remember. Can we please have something to eat? I'm starving.
All right, all right. Take the basket. Set up your picnic on that hill.
Hey, I should carry it. That's not fair. Why should you? Because Wendy's well, she's something to me.
You're just saying that, John.
You're a lost boy just like the rest of us.
Aren't you hungry, Peter?
I think you make a fine mother, Wendy. All the lost boys are taken to you.
I'm glad. And how about you?
I think you make a fine picnic lunch.
Is that all?
What more would there be?
Don't you want a mother too?
What do I need a mother for? They do nothing but stop me from having fun. I like to get up when I want, go to bed when I want, eat what I want, and fight whomsoever I please, and laugh as loud as I like.
Don't you ever miss?
No, I never miss any of it. So there. I'll think I'll fly from the clouds and see how many birds I can pick up. They're terrifying me, you know. Oh, look who's here. What have you been up to, Tink? Oh, is that so? A great fight?
Who's had a great fight?
The pirates and wild things. Who won, Tink? Oh, the pirates. I would have never guessed that. Oh, they are, huh?
They are what?
The wild things are brought to Blackberry Mountain, where they're setting up a new village. Yes, it's a picnic lunch. Help yourself. I think I'll fly to Blackberry Mountain and see if I can help great big little crowd there set up his village.
Here, look.
Pirates!
Well, now come this way, my dear.
What will you do with me?
Oh, well, now we're just going to have you sit by this rock.
There you'll wait till the tide comes in. The water's gonna get higher and higher and higher. Ha ha ha!
You want me to drown?
Oh, well, now that's Captain Hook's idea, my dear, not ours.
You can let me go if you want. Father will be most grateful.
He will he?
He'll give you anything you ask for.
That's so.
That's a very tempting offer. But I'm afraid Captain Hook wouldn't like us anymore if we let him go. And if he doesn't like us anymore, he'll hunt us down till he finds us, and then we walk the plank.
Aye, it's just as me says.
Peter, we must save Tiger Lily.
Ahoy there, you lubbers!
Captain, is that you?
Starkey? Aye, aye, Captain. What are you two doing?
We're tying the princess to the rock. Like you ordered, sir.
Set her free. Free? Cut those ropes and let her go.
But, Captain,
At once, do you hear? Or I'll plunge my hook into you.
you'd better run off, ma'am. No hard feelings.
Oh my goodness. Peter, control yourself.
Oh, don't I impersonate that fool Hooker beautifully? I've been practicing for just such a moment as this.
Now, Peter, I believe it's time to go home and take your medicine. Good afternoon, Captain. You're looking very well today.
Captain, are you all right?
Where's the princess? The tide's about to come in. You told us to let her go, sir. You fools! You ingrates! You landlubbers!
Well, now he sighs.
He sighs again.
What's up, Captain?
The game's up. Haven't you noticed? The boy's hair is combed. There are no more holes in their socks. They say, yes, ma'am, and no, thank you. What can it mean? They found a mother.
What's a mother?
Oh, you don't want to know. It's a lovely creature who melts your heart into doing just what she wants you to do.
Oh, what does she want you to do?
Oh, study your lessons, eat your peas, clean your room, and worst of all, be polite.
Well, now that's terrible.
There'll be no more fun in Neverland. No more fights because they get their pants dirty. No more yelling because they'll wake the baby birds. No more fun because Mother says so.
Captain, you can't let that happen.
What can I do?
Oh, well, now I'm sure a person of your rough, cruel disposition can think of something diabolical.
Oh, Smee, stop flattering me, even if you are right.
Captain?
Quiet, Starkey, I'm thinking.
Well, now it appears the tide...
Hush! A genius is at work.
But Captain, you'll drown.
I've got it. All we have to do is get rid of the mother. Then we can get rid of Peter Pan, and we'll have the island to ourselves. Aha! Well, I'll congratulate myself if you two don't.
Captain, we'll get a boat to rescue you!
Boat? Rescue me? What for? Ah! Why didn't you warn me? You fools! You idiots! You landlubbers! Get the boat! Get the boat! No, no! Not him! You don't want another taste of me! I'm all tough and stringy! I taste terrible! I'm just a rotten human being! Ah!
The prince walked ever so slowly towards the crystal coffin that sat in the middle of the forest. 7 dwarfs were kneeling around the coffin, heads bowed and arms folded in prayer. Snow White can't really be dead.
Look at that. Drizzling baby.
He's crying.
Don't worry, it'll turn out all right. Shh, you'll spoil it.
Go on, Wendy. What happens next?
I bet the prince kisses her, and she wakes up, and they ride off into the sunset together, happy as 2 parts of the pint. Oh, Pam, you've spoiled the ending.
Is that what happens?
I hope so. I don't want Snow White to stay dead forever. That's exactly what happens. You must have heard the story before, Pants.
Who would have told it to me?
We don't have a mother.
Except for you, Wendy. You'll stay with us always, won't you? That's a very, very long time, Nibs. But it feels like we've always been here.
Michael, go back to Since Pan's ruined the story.
Since Pan's ruined the story, tell us another one, Wendy.
What about an adventure instead? We haven't had a good fight in over an hour. I'm sure the pirates are itching for some sword play.
No, Peter, another story, Wendy. Please, we like your story so much.
I don't know, Tink. They're growing lazy, I think. I know you'll agree with me, but it's more fun with everyone.
I'm too tired.
The fish pie for lunch was so good. I still can't move.
You're such a good cook, Wendy.
You'll stay with us always, won't you? That's a very, very long time, Nibs. But it feels like we've always been here.
I'll tell you one more story before you must go out to play. Does that suit you, Peter?
As long as it's a short one.
Very well. There once was a gentleman.
I'd rather he be a little boy. Or better, a white rat.
Quiet. And there was a lady. But she's not dead. Is she? No, of course not. She's alive, very much so. Now, the gentleman's name was Mr. Darling, and the lady's name was Mrs. Darling.
I think I knew them.
They're married, you know, to each other. And do you know what they had?
White rats?
No, of course not. They had 3 descendants.
What's a descendant? Children, of course. So they had 3 children?
And
This does sound a bit familiar.
they had a faithful nurse, Nana.
So far, it's a wonderful story, Wendy.
It is, isn't it? They lived in a large house with a splendid nursery, with a large window that opened at night so the moonlight could come in.
Are they there now?
Oh no, they flew away one night.
That's silly. Children can't fly.
Oh, but they did. And they landed on a wonderful island. It had all sorts of adventures. There were pirates and wild things and all sorts of creatures in the forest. But one day, the children began to miss their mother and father.
Do I have a mother and father? Of course not. That's why you're a lost boy. What happened to the children, Wendy?
They decided to fly back to their nursery.
But what if the window is closed and locked?
That would be awful!
They wouldn't be able to get back in.
But the girl, who was the oldest, knew that their mother would always leave the window open, because she knew that in her heart that they'd be coming back.
Oh! I think that was a splendid story, Wendy.
I wonder if there's a window open waiting for me.
Stop that nonsense.
What is it, Peter? You look terribly ill.
You're wrong about mothers, Wendy. Like you. I thought my mother would always leave the window open for me. So I flew away and stayed away for moons and moons and moons. But when I finally flew back, the window was closed and locked. And there was another little boy sleeping in my bed.
Are you sure mothers are like that?
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Wendy, let's go home. I want to go too.
Yes, we will.
Not tonight.
We'll leave at once. Mother is probably sure we're never coming back by now. Peter, will you make the necessary arrangements?
If you wish. Oh, what are you so happy about, Tink? Oh, stop it!
But you can't go, Wendy!
It'll be so much worse than before you came. Now we know what it's like to have a mother. Please don't leave us. Who will tell us stories? Who will cook us fish pies?
I have an idea! Come quick!
Now, before we leave, we ought to wash our hands and faces.
Are you sure the window will be open? I don't have to wash behind my ears, do I?
I think that's a splendid idea, Toodles.
But what's Peter going to say? Oh, be quiet, Tink. It's none of your business. Just because you hate Wendy doesn't mean we'll have to.
She's the only mother we ever had.
There, now you both look splendid.
3, 2, 1!
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh dear, I'm afraid this is quite a problem.
Let me go! Let me go!
What's going on here, men? We aren't gonna let Wendy leave! We would miss her stories too much!
And her socks would never get mended. And we never have another fish pie.
I know you want the diamondback home thing, and the wild things are ready to lead him to the shore. But it looks like my men have other ideas.
You can't go, Wendy.
Please don't. But I can't stay tied up like this. I wouldn't be able to mend your socks or bake you fish pies like this.
I have an idea. Let's bring them with us. That'll be great fun.
That's a splendid idea, John. And then we can find a mother and father to adopt you.
A very own mother and father?
You don't need them.
But it would be nice to have someone to tuck us in at night and leave the window open for us.
What say you, boys?
Yeah! All right, have it your way. Go back with them and find a mother and father. But don't come crawling back to me when you want an adventure or two.
Now, Peter, before we leave, I want you to take your medicine.
I want to do what you say. You're not my mother.
Very well, I'll leave it here. Say your goodbye, boys.
Bye.
I shall miss you, Peter.
Oh, great big little panther, look.
Detour? Why a detour? This, the only path leading to the shore?
And look, the arrow points up. This is most curious.
Why have we stopped?
Look,
Tink thinks it's a trap.
The wood said a trap.
Peter wouldn't dare.
But he didn't want us to leave.
What about Hook? This could be dangerous.
Let Wendy and the Lost Boys stay here while we go on to investigate.
That is a good idea, great big little panther.
We will take this detour cautiously. Be ready to fight.
But we want to come and fight too. I've got a deadly swing with my pan.
You'll do no such thing. If we're gonna find your mother and father, you're going to look clean and presentable for when you arrive.
We'll guard Wendy while you're gone. Nothing can happen to us.
Come, we'll go see what's up.
Why, Michael, darling, your sock is unraveling. Soon there'll be nothing left on your foot.
Can you sew it up?
For now, it'll just stop it from unraveling. There.
Gee, now we gotta sit and wait for hours. I'm bored already.
I'm hungry all of a sudden.
Why, children? When we get home, I'm afraid we're gonna have to practice some good manners. Actually, this would be a very nice time to start.
What are manners? Things like don't slurp your soup, and don't use your sleeve swipe your mouth, and never blow your nose in public. And don't laugh with your mouth full of milk.
This sounds like a let's stop, don't do this.
And don't do that.
But you don't want to act like a bunch of monkeys in front of people, do you?
What's wrong with monkeys?
Nothing but bath, shave, and a proper education couldn't cure. Now, when you are to meet someone, you are to bow and say, "How do you do? I'm pleased to meet you."
How do you do? I'm pleased to meet you.
Now, try a bow from the waist.
How do you do? I'm pleased to meet you.
Once again, and bow this time like you did before.
How do you do? I'm pleased to meet you.
Turn and say it again. How do you do? I'm pleased to meet you. I didn't hear you. Oh dear, I'm afraid we aren't pleased to meet any of you. How do you do? You certainly look dashing, Captain Hook.
But you're the one who seems to be dashing.
Yes, but we're on our way home, so we won't be bothering you any longer. Come along, boys.
Actually, I don't think you'll be going anywhere but to our ship. Am I right, men?
That seems to be the plan, aye, Captain? And just what do you intend to do with us?
Wouldn't you like to know? There's that nasty firefly again.
That's no firefly. That's Peter Pan's friend.
And where is Pan?
We'll never tell you.
Take him, men. Put him in shackles.
And where'll you be, Captain?
Getting rid of Peter Pan once and for all.
Peter, look out, Peter!
Yo.
Oh, pirate's life, the flag of skull and bones. A merry hour after broken head for day goes.
Hi, 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 hi.
disappointed. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Mother, is that you, Mother?
So, the Lost Boys have betrayed their conceited little leader, and now he lies at my mercy. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I might ask myself if I don't feel a smidgen of compassion for the boy. But look at him. Even in his sleep, he lies there, the epitome of self-confidence, conceit, pure, overwhelming conceit. No, I feel no compassion. I feel I just must put him out of my misery. But how? I could run him through with my hook, but that's a bit messy. And Smee just washed this shirt. He wouldn't appreciate it covered with blood, even Peter Pan's blood. I could smother him with this pillow, but that would take some energy. And I'm conserving all my energy for the glorious welcoming of a mother to our ship. I could set the place ablaze, but there isn't much for a flame to catch. But wait. Here's just the thing. I've been saving this poison for just such a moment as this. Get back, you nasty firefly! Be gone! Now, do I dump it down his open mouth while he slumbers? That's not very sportsmanlike. I need a more subtle means of delivery. Something that can't be traced back to me. What might he be likely to drink? For Peter Pan to be taken whenever Wendy says so. So our new mother will be Peter Pan's own angel of death. A few drops in here, and Peter Pan will breathe no more. This is too delicious for words. My heart is bursting with good cheer. It's a great day to be a pirate. It's a great day to be anybody. But Peter Pan,
Hello? Who's there? Wendy, is it you? If it is, I'm awfully sorry. I mean it. Tink, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be getting Wendy and the boys back to their home. Dave, what? Wendy's tied up. The boys are captured. They're on the pirate ship. No, Tink, it doesn't serve her right. They need to be rescued, and I'm the only one who can. But wait, I never took my medicine. Wendy would be so proud if I took it on my own. Leave me alone, Tink. I know what I'm doing. What are you talking about? Hope was never here. He couldn't have found our cave. Stop it. Let me take my medicine. Don't drink that. It's for me. Oh. Tink? What's wrong? Don't you feel well? Poison? Hook poison and medicine? Oh, Tink. Oh, my friend. You drank it to save me. You can't be dead. You just can't be. Wait a second. Wait a second. Fairies die when someone stops believing in them. So if everyone believes, Tink will breathe again. But everyone here has to believe in Tink. You've got to. If you believe in Tink, clap your hands. Clap your hands. Tink, are you all right? Tink thanks you all. And now, when we cook pay, you bet we will. Leave Captain Hook, you're about to face Peter Pan.
Yo-ho, pirates, like the flag of skull and bones. I'll marry our hemp and rope and hay for Davy Jones.
Yo ho ho, you blimey dogs! We've got the pirate's prize. Peter Pan with Davy Jones, never more to rise.
No, no.
Yo-ho!
Quiet, you swabs! The lady wishes to speak. Now, my dear, what was that?
Peter can't be.
Dead? But he is!
Peter gonna fight you, Hook.
Captain Hook, if you please.
And he can fly from you like a bullet.
That's what you think, lover.
I can't stop Prince.
And he knows how to use them.
Tis how he runs a tight ship, right, mates?
Aye.
Ay, ay, ay. Smee, have you got that sail mended yet?
Almost, Captain.
Great. As soon as you do, we set sail.
That's perfectly impossible.
And just why is that, my dear?
Because we're heading home. We've had enough of Neverland. And the boys like to get adopted.
Adopted? Who would take even a second look at these ragamuffins?
We can find homes for them, Mr. Hook, sir.
It's Captain Hook, and you'll not find homes for anybody. I'm gonna see to it you all find homes at the bottom of the sea. Well, maybe not all of you. I have room on my ship for 2 cabin boys. Who'd like to join the crew?
Aye, aye, sir.
Aye, aye, sir.
Michael, you mustn't.
You boy, you look like you've got some pluck in you. Ever want to be a pirate, me hearty?
Oh, yes, sir.
John, no.
What would you call me if I turned pirate?
How about Blackbeard Joe?
That's a fine name.
John, you mustn't.
But we don't want to end up like Peter, Wendy.
Have you so little trust in Peter that you really think he's dead?
But the captain says so.
Maybe I'll pick you.
Would you, sir? I know why the swell at the deck.
Or maybe you.
I can sharpen a sword with my teeth.
You want the job, boy?
And what if I say no?
Mates, bring out the plank.
The plank?
Yes, lovely view from the edge, just before you drop into the sea.
It's okay, I can swim.
Not with your hands tied behind your back.
Mother, this changes things a bit. No, it doesn't, Toodles. And none of you must agree to join this ship. For one thing, it's the filthiest ship I've ever seen. You can't even see through the portholes, they're so dirty. And the deck, it has been washed a month of Sundays. And the sail is so filthy, you'd be dirty from head to toe.
We're used to that, Mother.
Well, I have a message from your real mothers. We hope our sons die like English gentlemen.
I'm gonna do what my mother wants.
Me too.
I'm gonna think about it. But what will become of you, Wendy?
Oh, didn't I tell you? You're to become the new mother to my crew. We need a mom.
Someone to wash behind our ears.
And mend our socks.
And read to us at night.
Will you tuck us in too, Mother? I shall say not. I'd rather die like an English gentleman than become a mother of such a gang of fools and ruffians.
It's Tinkerbell.
Was it Tink?
Oh no! Oh no!
What is it?
What Hook says is true. Peter's dead. But he took his medicine like you wanted him to. But it was full of poison!
You nasty man. I can't imagine a more despicable, cruel than you, Captain Hook.
You make me blush.
But Captain, what was that?
Somebody's whistling. You tied up Great Big Little Panther and the rest of the wild things, didn't you?
Tight as a drum.
Then there's nobody it can be.
Maybe the wind's rushing through a crack in the window in the forecastle?
no wind here.
Go and see, Starkey.
All right, I'll make quick work with whatever it is.
There's a fine pirate. Whatever it is doesn't stand a chance in a million.
Starkey, is that you?
There it is again.
But no, Starkey.
Go and see, Cookie.
But Captain.
You're a pirate, man. Act like one. Arr! Arr! There's another fine pirate who will take care of the whistling.
Cookie, what happened in there?
Go and see, Skylight.
I ain't going in there alone.
I give the orders here, you swab.
I take him, but I'm not taking that one alone.
Noodles, go with him.
Why me? Why not me?
Gotta finish mending the sail, or we won't be going anywhere.
Oh, sure, you always get out of work.
Looks like the pirates have turned chicken. Feel like a fine Sunday dinner.
No sons of mine would ever be afraid of a little whistle.
Hurry up, you two. Find out what happens to your mates.
I don't really care, sir.
They cheat at cards.
Hurry up before you walk the plank.
No.
All right, whatever it is, I'm coming in myself, and you'd better be prepared to be skewered like the chicken you are. Here I come. 1, 2, 3.
Glad I can make the party.
Hook, Pan, how can it be you?
Tink saved my life.
Maybe once, but not a second time.
Do be careful, Peter.
There you go, Mom.
We knew you lied, Peter. We never doubted it for a second. You're just like a cat, Peter.
You've got 10 lives.
It's 9 lives, Potts.
I just wanted to give him an extra life for luck.
Which he'll need.
Fly, Peter, fly.
Rise 1 inch, Pan, and you're a dead fishy. You've had your fun, boy, and taken years off my life. Now I'm gonna add them all back on.
Peter, fly.
I'll take this rat down in a fair fight. No fight at all.
You can't do that! French, you can't do nothing about it!
I want to go home. The only home you're ever going to have is the deep blue sea.
Blimey, it's creeping little panther.
Greetings, wormy little pirate. Want us to use them for target practice, Panther?
They make good targets.
Especially when they're moving.
Oh, why, gentlemen, this is most uncomfortable.
Father, I think the pirates are probably pretty hungry, and I baked a huge birthday cake, and it's sitting in the middle of our village.
Birthday cake?
I haven't had birthday cake since my last birthday,
When was that?
when I was 7.
Oh, you better go have a birthday then.
Can I too?
Of course you can.
Yay!
You lovers! Get back here, you rotten swine!
We'll hope in just a minute, Peter. We've almost untied itself.
There won't be any need for that. I've had enough of this silly fighting, and one of you could have gone hurt.
Do you want us to take the pirate chief out in the hot sun?
I think that's a splendid idea.
I don't. I was just having a bit of fun. No!
A crocodile!
She can't be on the Jolly Roger.
Oh, no?
Get away! Get back! You don't want another taste of me. I'm all skin and bones. No meat at all. And I taste like an old shoe. Ah!
Serves him right. He tried to kill us all. We weren't scared. It was great fun. And I'm awfully tired.
Are we still gonna get adopted?
Of course. And thank you, Great Big Little Panther, for all of your help.
And we thank Peter. He found us stuffed inside logs on the way here. Let's go get some of that for your drink. Goodbye, Wendy. Goodbye, boys. If you're ever in Neverland again, stop by and say, "Oh!" Oh, Wendy, I'm so tired. Me too. Being adventurous really wears you out.
I'm just gonna sit and rest for a little bit.
Me too. I'm not going to sleep.
Now, Peter, I believe it's time to go back to the nursery.
It isn't. You saw how much fun we had.
I know, but John and Michael are already starting to forget Mother and Father, and I can barely remember them myself.
I don't see what's so great about having a mother and father anyways.
Please, Peter, take us home.
Oh, go on. I don't care. Take him home, Tink. And I don't care if I ever see you again, Wendy. Ever, ever, ever.
Yes, Tink, take us home.
It's been 10 days, Nana. I wonder if we'll ever get to see the children again. Oh, I know it wasn't your fault, but it would be lovely to see my babies just one last time.
Man, are you still up? You practically haven't slept since, well, for quite a few nights.
Has Mr. Darling retired?
Oh no, ma'am. He's sitting downstairs, staring into the fire and mumbling it's all his fault.
Poor dear. If only Nana hadn't left the nursery that night.
Oh, ma'am. Oh, ma'am.
It wasn't your fault, Liza. It must have been a cat or a mouse that had lured Nana out of the room.
Oh, ma'am. I'd best come clean. I took Nana out that night because she was making such a racket. So you see, it's all my fault, and I'll never, ever forgive myself.
Oh, Liza, how could you have?
I didn't think anything would happen.
Nana, stop it!
She was just like that the night the children left.
Why, Liza, there's a strange cloud up there.
Indeed. If I didn't know better, I'd say it's a pirate ship.
A pirate ship?
Don't you see it, ma'am?
So that's it.
What's it, ma'am?
I thought that's where they might have been.
Ma'am, you're not making a bit of sense.
But I am, Liza.
What's that
Why, Liza, there's no need to fear.
All right, boys, get out of here, you thief! Come on! Fly! There's a crazy one here!
It's all right. It's all right.
He might slit all our throats!
But he's just a boy, aren't you?
Tills by name. Are you my mother?
Oh, dear, I can be for a moment.
I knew I'd find you. I found my mother.
Wait,
There's more!
I found my mother.
She's our mother, too. Why? We have been waiting a long time.
I see.
Mother?
John, Michael!
You are Mother!
Of course I am. And you've come home to me.
You didn't think we'd stay away forever, did you? Although it was a grand time.
I know, Michael. I know.
We've brought a few more mouths to feed. Can they stay? Can they stay, please?
You'll have to ask your father.
Father! Father, we're home! And we've got a surprise for you!
Oh, Wendy will be back. She's probably just taking a look at the Great Pyramids beforehand. Come, Nana, let's go rescue Mr. Darling.
So the coast is clear. I was hoping it would be. This is going to work perfectly. Good idea. Good idea sending Wendy up to see the pyramids. She's the last one. I don't care. It's not me. You're just jealous. I want Wendy to be my mother forever and ever. When Wendy sees the window closed and locked, she'll know that she's not wanted here anymore. And she'll have to come back with me to Neverland. So what if I'm selfish? Wendy will have a much better time with me than she'll ever have here. Look at this. All clean and fluffy. Books, drawing tables, board games. No dirt for anybody to have some proper fun in. No, Tink. Wendy will thank me for keeping her from growing up. She's coming. Hi.
Hello? Anyone home? John, Michael, Mother, it's me, Wendy. I'm home. I really am. Please let me in. I promise I won't leave again. I want to stay here and grow up with John, Michael, and all the rest.
No, you don't. You want to stay with me in Neverland. You don't want to grow up. Never, ever, ever.
Oh, but I do, Peter.
You can't do that. You just can't.
We had a wonderful time, wonderful adventures. But we're growing up, whether we like it or not. We
No.
want our friends, studies, father, mother, Nana.
No, I want you to be my mother.
I'm sure you could stay with us. We could grow up together. And I'll be your big sister.
No, I'll never grow up. Never, ever, ever.
Why, you can't stop anyone from growing up.
Who are you?
Mother, it's me.
Wendy, I knew you'd come home.
No, don't let her in.
I must. She's my Wendy, and I'm glad she's come home to me.
Mother, can you forgive us? We simply lost track of time.
I know.
And where's Father?
Downstairs, trying to learn the names of all our new mouths to feed.
Oh, it's quite easy. I'll go help him.
Wendy, will I ever see you again?
Oh, Peter, you know where I'll be. I had a wonderful time, and I'll never forget you.
Oh, hush.
You can stay too, Peter.
But then I'll have to read books, do my homework, make my bed, and there won't be any pirates or wild things to play with.
I'm afraid not. We'll miss you, but I'd like to be your mother too.
Oh, my mother's much nicer than you, and she's much prettier, and she makes better cookies. Goodbye.
It was nice to see you again.
Again? I've never been here before.
I'd almost forgotten until I saw Hook's ship flying in the clouds.
I never knew you. You're grown up, and I never will. Ever, ever, ever.
You'll be back, Peter Pan, and the window will always be open.
Woo!